please rise for the playing of our national anthem? At this time, I invite the members of the Charles City Boy Scouts to come forward for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise for that as well.
Scout salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Our first speaker this afternoon is Gene Underwood from BLD Architects.
Thank you. So I was talking to my son Friday night about what I should say to you today. He suggested that I just talk about what's special about the Charles City Middle School, which is not something you can do in 2 minutes or less. But 3 things really stood out to me. First, this building was designed by the users of the building, and it's based on the mission that the new middle school will provide an environment in which students, teachers, and staff can achieve their maximum potential. Every decision, every selection, every revision was made with this end in mind and to meet the needs of every student. Second, this building is filled with engaging, dynamic, inspiring spaces conceived and tested by students. We met with hundreds of Charles City School District students in the middle school and the high school to ask them what they wanted, how they like to learn, and what kind of spaces they felt good in. Some of the things they told us was they wanted school to feel like home. They wanted to have natural daylight. They wanted to have views of the outdoor. They wanted to learn outdoor. They wanted a tree house, which we gave them. They also wanted a trampoline and foam pit, which they did not get. But we took as many of their ideas as we could and put them into this building. They wanted to be able to move. They wanted furniture that was comfortable. Third, this school is unique and original. There is no other school like this in the country. It was designed and built to support the needs of this specific community. We met with, talked to, and spent time with this community through the entire design and construction process over the last 3+ years. This truly is a future-focused school, both in the built environment and in the curriculum. Your commitment to forward-thinking education practices never wavered, and you set the bar very high for the rest of the country. Thank you on behalf of the entire design team. We look forward to seeing how how you use the facility in all the anticipated ways, and especially in all the ways we haven't imagined yet. Thank you.
Kent Pilcher represents, he's the president of Estes Construction, and he's going to provide a few comments for us. So Kent.
Good afternoon. What a tremendous day for the Charles City School District. You should all congratulate yourself for bringing this project to life and for the tremendous job that Dan and his staff and administrators and teachers have done to create this in the way Jean described. What a facility. It's very unique. It truly is one of a kind. The good thing is she'll be the envy of many districts around the country, particularly around Iowa. So I'm sure you'll have the chance to show this facility off over and over and over again because it's a great model for 21st century learning, as Jean mentioned. I'd like to recognize our project team who are up here today as well. Paul Newhart is our vice president that was here through a couple of 3 years of pre-construction as the project was conceived once and then conceived again. Scott Scheller and Kirk Lundberg, who were actually on site. Scott's the senior project manager, and Kirk Lundberg was the site superintendent, and Mike Clark, who was the project engineer. They're the ones who had the privilege to take the design, which is a concept in 2 dimensions, and bring it to life in 3 dimensions, and do that on their behalf. So I'd like to thank you on behalf of them. So I'd like to thank you on behalf of our company, Estes Construction. It's been a real privilege to have the opportunity to work in your community, and we are just as proud of this facility as you are, and we wish you many years of great success. So go Cubs!
Thank you, Kent. Next, it's my honor to introduce our state representative, Todd Pritchard.
I just want to say thank you to the Charles City School District and its board, staff, teachers, students, and thank you to the Charles City community for letting me speak here today. This is a wonderful monument to the commitment of this community to public education. You think how important public education is to our democracy and our country. It's the mechanism or the vehicle that allows people to do better than their parents, to take their life and advance their life and fulfill their dreams and chase their dreams. It really is the vehicle for the pursuit of happiness. You know, and thinking about what I was going to say today, I was often reminded that in 2004, we, each state designated a quarter. And so in 2004, it was Iowa's turn, in commemoration, I think, of the 150 years of statehood. And we chose a scene of a school with a teacher and her students planting a tree in the front yard of a one-room schoolhouse. And the inscription on the border says, "Foundation in Education." And I think it's very true. It's very fitting that our foundation is in education in this country and in this state. And I think this is a fine testament to the commitment of this community to public education. And I think it speaks volumes about our community. So thank you and hats off to you.
Thank you, Todd. Next, it's our honor to have our state senator, Mary Jo Wilhelm, here also on hand. Mary Jo.
I want to thank all of you for giving me the opportunity to speak today at the ribbon cutting of the new Charles City Middle School. By making this investment in the future of education, Charles City has sent a message to young people in this area. The message to our children and our grandchildren is that we want them to work hard to graduate from quality high schools, move on to community colleges, state or private universities, or other skill training, and to find jobs in Iowa that allow them to work hard, raise a family, and enjoy a quality of life. In the legislature, I continually strive to support education because I know the investment in education is investment not only in our children, but in our state. By working together and by celebrating the grand opening at Charles City Middle School, we are sending a message to our young children of our state that they are our future. and we do want them to succeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Linholm. Rick Gable serves as our middle school principal. Mr. Gable.
Welcome to Charles City Middle School. I've been waiting to say that again for quite some time, and that phrase means a lot to all of us right now, and it's going to mean a lot more tomorrow when we have a bunch of kids in here. It's going to be a special day for us. So thanks for coming out here and welcome to the middle school. Patience is a virtue. I've heard that phrase many times over the years. Thanks, Mom. For this community of Charles City, the virtue of patience applies here today. Throughout the past decade, many people have wanted and waited for new facilities. Other communities have new schools. Why not here in Charles City? Some of us wanted it, and we wanted it now. Well, it didn't happen, and we waited. Check it out. What do you think? Was it ever worth the wait? Patience is a great virtue. This building signifies a common community effort. As our Board of Education, our administrators, teachers, and students, as Jean mentioned, our students have been involved, and other people have been involved, previous board members, previous administrators, they've all participated in this design process. Were we always patient? I'll let you decide that one. Why wouldn't we want a facility that better supports the skills of our young people? The skills that they'll need as they move on to the workforce, to college, and to their professional careers. A building's structure can facilitate cooperative, communicative, and problem-solving skills that employers desire and demand. We have that structure now, and the phrase, patience is a virtue, must be translated to seize the opportunity and make a difference for all of our educators, all of our students, all of our parents, and all of our community. Thank you. Patience is a virtue. Our patience has allowed us time. Time to research options, time to improve mindsets within our district, mine included, obviously. Time to improve, encourage growth, and build capacity within our staff in order to arrive where we are today. Where are we today? We're at a threshold. We've arrived at a starting point. And this starting point is tomorrow morning, August 29th. August 29th, 2016, at 8:10, we're going to have 478 smiling faces. We're going to have 65 dedicated teachers, their assistants, a dozen secretaries, cooks, and custodians. And we're going to rock this place from a building into a school for the very first time. I can't wait.
Thank you, Mr. Gable. Julie Holo teaches in our 7th grade, and she's going to step forward and share some comments with us.
Good afternoon. My name is Julie Holo, and for the last 20 years, I have been honored to be the 7th grade science teacher at the Charles City Middle School. Today, I would like to thank Charles City and the surrounding communities for their support of our middle school. I have been extremely fortunate to be involved in this journey that started 22 months ago at the groundbreaking ceremony. We all wondered about possibilities that would be available for our students. We all marveled how teachers would be sharing their talents and passions as educators. Shortly after the groundbreaking ceremony, the process continued for the middle school staff and students as we experienced teaching in new spaces, new layouts, all inside a temporary warehouse that BLD Architects created just for us here in Charles City. At that moment, drawings on paper transferred into wooden framed walls. These new layouts and room designs would enhance the learning opportunities for future comments. And just this past November, the 7th grade team and students were privileged to interact, collaborate, and experience the classroom of the future down in Des Moines. It was there we knew this was going to be our reality. This was going to be our school. Yes, the Charles City Middle School at 1200 First Avenue. Today, the dreams on paper have now turned to vast open spaces that allow students the ability to learn in the 21st century. Tomorrow, students and staff are going to embark on a life-changing journey within the state-of-the-art teaching facility. We are excited for the personal learning experiences, student-centered environments, and real-world opportunities that exist for our students. The middle school will engage, inspire, and empower students and staff. I cannot thank you enough for supporting the students and staff of the Charles City Middle School. I am truly blessed and grateful to be an educator in Charles City. We are going to have a great school year this year and many, many, many years to come. Thank you.
Katie Berry was selected to give some student comments, so I invite Katie to come forward.
I believe that the new Charles City Middle School is an amazing opportunity for anyone enrolling in it. A modern learning environment is a very important part to learning in the 21st century. Now that the technology we use on a daily basis is used in a positive way towards our education, many people my age and will be more excited and motivated to go to school and work their hardest in their learning. To all of my classmates and I, this will be an exciting and special opportunity to be able to get into middle school. Many of our grandparents, parents, and relatives have gone to the old Charles City Middle School, but now many and us future generations will be able to go to the school in an amazing building like this. After seeing the completed middle school on Thursday, I was just amazed to see how beautiful, fun, and colorful the building really was. All of the people I have talked to in the middle school, almost everyone was amazed of how well it looked. Every student I talked to was excited to be able to go to school here. I'm excited for tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Scott Dyke serves as board president of the Charles City Community School District. Mr. Dyke.
Good afternoon. That's a really pretty ribbon in front of us. It seems like a real shame to have to cut it up in a few moments. This is a gorgeous gymnasium. I've been reminded several times I need to include in this presentation. This is the Comet Varsity Gymnasium. All varsity events will be held here. And I look forward to the first match where we beat Waverly in it. And the heart and soul of this school are the classrooms. They are truly something that this community can be proud of. In combination with the best teachers in the area, we will prepare Charles City students for the world in which they will inherit. Soak in this moment. Today is the day many people weren't sure would happen. There were times of low and high emotions, with many sleepless nights on this project, all before the first ounce of dirt was moved. There is pride in this project that goes beyond the walls of this school and this community. This project has thrust our community into the spotlight as one of the most progressive school buildings in the Midwest. This project puts students first. No longer was this board willing to say airline seating or factory-style schools are suitable for our children. No longer was this board willing to allow our children to miss school because they were sweating in the classrooms. No longer was this board willing to spend dwindling general funds on a facility that was 100,000 square feet too large. This building we are in does away with the idea of doing something the same way it's always been done. Just because that's what we know, just because we've always done it that way, and just because that's what we're comfortable with. We needed something better to prepare our students for the future. When the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Iowa walked through this new middle school as part of a statewide STEM tour, she equated this building to several businesses she had visited in Des Moines. That means we did it right. Let me say that again. We did this right. Students are going to benefit for decades to come because of this building project. Students are the motivation, the reason, the root of everything we do. So, Dr. Cox, fellow board members, faculty, staff, students, and community, soak in this moment. Charles City is ready for the first day of school tomorrow. Everyone go home tonight and let's get a good night's sleep. But come tomorrow, be ready to immerse yourself in this 21st century learning environment. Teachers and students, we know that this coming year will be a time of learning and discovery. Teachers learning to teach in this new environment, students learning to learn in this new environment, and all of you headed towards your futures. Dirt is being moved for the new transportation center just behind this building. It's been a project that's been talked about for over 20 years, and it's finally going to happen. We have contracted a realtor to locate land to acquire for a new sports complex. This is our commitment of moving forward on another project that's been talked about for over 10 years, and I'm confident it's finally going to happen. Dr. Cox and my fellow board members, Robin and Lorraine, Jim and Jason, I believe this community is ready for more. It's not going to happen overnight, but then again, neither did this building. A Norwegian explorer once said, "The difficult is what takes a little time. The impossible is what takes a little longer." We are all committed to continue to work with this community on to the next phase. These 5th through 8th grade students are going to experience a 21st century educational facility, and then we want the same 21st century educational facility experience for our 9th through 12th grade students. We're going to accomplish the next phase just the way we built this school, with community input, faculty input, staff input, and with student input. With a careful eye on fiscal responsibility, this board will continue to be educational advocates for our current and our future students. No one can doubt that this Board of Education is willing to roll up our sleeves, get down to the hard work, put in the time, and do what is necessary for your children and our community. Our district vision statement is, in everything we do, we aim to maximize learning for all students and staff. Through personalized learning experiences, student-centered environments, and real-world opportunities, individuals are challenged to positively impact the global community. We are going to continue to work with this community on the next phase together. Thank you, Charles City Community School District, for all the support you've shown us in reaching this day, and welcome to your new middle school.
Thank you, Scott. I'm so excited to share this day with you. The vision of a single campus here at Comet Drive was many years in the making. I want to begin by thanking the former board members and the members of the middle school committee for all of the work that they did to set the stage for the school project that we are now celebrating today. The mission of the Charles City Community School District is to engage, inspire, and empower students and staff to maximize learning. As you walked into the building today, I hope that you were inspired by our two-story Commons and Treehouse, a feature unique to Charles City. The Treehouse is an engaging place where you could read a book, collaborate with your peers, or simply relax and enjoy. On one wall of the Commons, hang banners that pay tribute to the four communities that make up the Charles City Community School District: Bassett, Caldwell, Floyd, and Charles City. Reminders of our past and an inspiration to our future. As many speakers have mentioned, we engaged students and staff, parents, and community members in the design process 2 years ago and empowered them to help shape the spaces that you're going to see today. Everything from a cage space where 1 to 3 students can work independently to the large gather areas where an entire grade level can assemble for a presentation. Our teachers have been empowered to utilize this 21st century learning studios. Language arts, science, math, and social studies no longer are relegated to just one specific place. Instead, teachers will collaboratively plan how to use the spaces in the learning studios to best support student learning. We also included a fitness trail in our new school as a way to engage the community outside of school hours. You'll notice a black path that leads down the first floor hallway, up the stairs, down the second floor hallway, and down our main staircase. 8 laps is 1 mile. Back in April, as President Dyke mentioned, Lieutenant Governor Kim Reynolds was here as part of a STEM tour across Iowa. And even though the building was not yet complete, she was really impressed with what she saw. Although she and Governor Branstad could not be here today, they do send their regrets, and they plan to come in the near future. Ryan Wise, who serves as the director of the Iowa Department of Education, also has a visit scheduled soon. I'm confident that the phone will be ringing off the hook soon, with school board members and administrators from other districts wanting to see what we have created. Charles City, birthplace of the tractor industry, home to the first whitewater course in Iowa, and now in 2016, home to the most innovative middle school in the States, perhaps the Midwest, or even the country. And now it's time to make this official. Would the ribbon-cutting participants please come forward as Board President Scott Dyke leads us in officially opening this new school. Thank you again for coming. We invite you to explore our new school today. The building will be open until about 5 p.m. And throughout the building, you will see hosts wearing orange name tags. Please feel free to ask them questions. And once